Hey guys, this is part 3 of the multiverse theory and multiple worlds and parallel universes, and I was just leaving off on the major players in different worlds and dimensions and realities, which is time, vibration, focus and intent, observation, those light and frequency. Those are some of the major player, and gravity. Those are some of the, and distance, did I say distance? Those are the things that can create different realities for people. And this shit can get very, very deep, and it's one thing to understand something, but to explain it, I know I'm having a hard time. So I would love for someone, if they're really good at talking and explaining stuff, to just tell me if I'm on the right track with this stuff, because I'm speaking from more of an emotional experience, more spiritual experience of these things, because you can understand the universe in different ways. You can read books, you can have dreams, you can astral project, something might happen in your life where you might have a deja vu or something, and you try to understand, have I been here? Did I mention in one of my videos, I recently had a deja vu. I had a dream, and I drew it, it's on my Facebook, that I was looking at these big windows, and it was like a very tall building, and I was looking at these really big windows, and it was like, you could see the city and stuff, and when I got this recent job, it was the same exact windows. I had this dream years ago, the same exact windows, the same everything, high in the sky, and I was like, was I here before? You know, did I reach this point in a parallel universe, or was I here before? It was like a serious deja vu moment. So there's definitely different worlds in parallel, but the thing is, like I said before, excuse me, the universe makes it so that we don't get overwhelmed with the information. Information's all around us, but our brains, since there's all this nonsense and garbage out here, we've been dumbed down. But if we're at our max potential, even at our max potential, the universe would not put so many goddamn universes in front of our face at the same time until we're at that level to deal with that, to understand that, and to operate on such a level. You have to be on a high level to deal with all of that, okay, going on. Because you're trying to go to work, but you see multiple universes and dimensions, it's kind of going to be like, kind of crazy. So it's like, but you know, a lot of people, from what I've learned, there are people that have schizophrenia and stuff like that. I think some of them actually see these different universes, because you never know. Like, you might think someone has a mental illness, but there's a fine line between mental illness or they have better perception than most people. You don't know these things. You know, you don't know. Some people say they could see ghosts and orbs and stuff like that. Maybe they have either a mental illness, or they can perceive things that most people shut off. Because every human being on this planet has the potential to see with their third eye, and to see beyond the boundaries of this matrix, this reality. But the problem with that is, because we have to focus on such stupid things like paper with pictures of dead presidents on it to make sure we eat and survive, can distort things a little bit. So apparently our reality right now, first of all, I'm going to be clear, this world's not supposed to be like this. This is a slave planet. I mentioned that in one of my videos, is that our souls are food, recycled and recycled and recycled to be here to feed other beings trapped in the harsh density and gravity of their soul's karma for being shitty bastards. And we have to sit here and deal with these realities of negativity, because we can't ascend out of this. Our soul can't ascend because of the fact that there's so much negativity and evil and darkness, and we're all sitting here trying to survive, and for this almighty dollar. This dollar may be a dollar, right? Like a green piece of paper with all these weird symbols and Illuminati and all that crap on it. This dollar is, people are dying over this intent. The intent to collect this thing. I got a dollar right here. It's kind of ripped though. You know how many people in the world are dying over this shit? Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. Whole worlds are created by this. Okay? I realized before we get into the heavy quantum physics and all these things. It's good to know this stuff because it can make a better perspective on things. But we can't get the basic shit right. Like, why are people dying and starving over this? Like, this person on this dollar, they're not even here anymore, and they don't care about you, okay? The people that print these, print them. They don't have to make and earn this. Why do I have to earn useless paper? Like, why? You know, our intent, our energy, our world is circulating around that. Until we can understand that, there's no way the universe is going to put the burden on us of understanding different realities. It's good that we know this stuff because we have to know. We got to know what's going on. But if we can't just sit here and say, hey, guess what? Why is it that a few people in the world, their reality is being created on this earth, affecting everyone else's reality because they have control over the most money, like the 1% to the many, and all of our worlds are affected by these hidden observers. Well, remember I said observers do affect your reality. And we're living in someone else's world and someone else's dream. So we gotta first fix our universe and our little world or matrix or whatever before we can fully understand other worlds and matrices and dimensions. Because I don't doubt there's other beings profiting from this slavery on this planet. I don't doubt that they're profiting from that, creating realities of negative intent and despair and feeding off of souls. There are very bad universes and there are very good universes. I think I don't know if I'm getting off topic, but I'm just speaking from the heart. I write things down a lot, but sometimes I just go with the flow, like I just talk from my heart. So if anyone could go into further detail about the multiple worlds, my baby can't stand up. My pineapple, I love this thing, but I'm about to eat it. My last video was talking about how this is my best friend, and you know, that sounds a little weird to folks, but let me explain something. This pineapple is an energy, and he wants to help me survive on this planet, and I love this thing. I love fruit. I love things in the world that sacrifice for the betterment of others, and that's why this pineapple is here, just to make a point about this video, how things can influence your reality, food can influence your world, other people can influence your world, Facebook, all these whack-ass pictures and shit and craziness on Facebook can influence your world. You can create many worlds, okay? And when you have more money, you could definitely create worlds. Essentially, we're all creators. We create universes, but some are good and some are bad. And I can't explain the mathematics behind multiple universes, and I can't explain that stuff because I'm not a mathematician and I'm not a scientist, but I am a philosopher and I'm an artist and I am a spiritual person, so I can explain it from that perspective, from using my third eye and understanding that worlds are created every day. Information and consciousness is created every day, by the collective and the individual. And so many things, even the smallest things, as little as the shitty food I ate this week, has influenced my reality and the outcome of me not going to work for a few days because I couldn't stop going to the bathroom. That affected my reality. So we got to be careful. There's good, essentially in this universe, there's good information and there's bad information. And there's neutral information that you choose to do as you please with that. And then there's no information, no growth, no spiritual foundation. As far as the many, many worlds, if you want to check out your parallel, now there's this thing where they say parallel universes can't intersect or something like that. Like if you run into yourself, that might affect another reality and this and this and that. And it's like, I think Mother Nature pretty much knows what she's doing to make sure that corruptions and errors like that don't happen. I'm pretty sure they do happen. And it could have a catastrophic effect on everything. But I'm pretty sure Mother Nature and the powers that be are working hard to make sure that everything stays in a synchronized balance so that everything does not too many things interfere with each other at the wrong time. Maybe there's going to be a time where we need to see aliens. We need that extra sense. But until we're ready for that, I don't think that that's going to be happening until unless you want it to happen, or it will be beneficial to your journey. That's all I have to say about that from a spiritual and philosophical perspective. I would like to hear a scientist's perspective on the mathematics of parallel universes and observing particles, changing realities, and being an observer. Not only are you an observer, but you are also the actor on the stage. We're on the stage of life, and not only are you in the play, but you're observing the play. And things can be, like, I had dreams where I was not just in myself seeing things from first person perspective. I saw things from third person in all perspectives. You're the character, and you're the audience, and you're the director, and you are everything. And that's what I can gather from that discussion. So, alright guys, I'm going to go to sleep so I can finally get back to work. This food really fucked up my reality, but this nice pineapple here is going to help me get back, and some Pepto-Bismol is going to help me get back on track. Thank you for looking at my videos, and I know I'm goofy, but I'm glad you guys are interested in my talks and more to come. Keep posting about different things you want me to talk about. I don't mind talking about it. It could be a silly thing or a very deep philosophical thing. I don't mind talking about it. Alright guys, good night.